Hey, and welcome back to Frictionless Dan and DM Charlie Gaming present The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I'm DM Charlie, and you know I'm serious because I'm wearing a branded t-shirt. Last week when we were here, our adventurers had gone into the basement underneath the brigand's tollway, looking after the supposed threat that the brigand Eggendon Longscarf had told them that lay down there. A black dragon. Prismere? You're nuts. Heading down the dark and spiral staircase, they did find in the swampy, steamy environs of the cellar, there was the black dragon wormling Ixjarhatar. Our three adventurers that were brave enough to face the Drake prevailed. After getting gagged up on with some acid breath, they wiped this stuff off and they absconded with some treasures, a lot of money, but they also got the you had the Chime of Opening. You got the special bracelet that gives you advantage against
everything
and fright
charmed,
yeah.
Frightened.
And I'm just moving right into it. I completely forgot the whole opening. Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Hey, welcome, how is everybody? It's Christmas week. I finished wrapping everything. Cool, yay, awesome. Hey everyone, how are you? I want to start with you.
Ooh, I need to start shopping.
Me?
Right? You weren't here last week. How did Beauty and the Beast go?
It was so good. If you didn't see it, next time. Next time. Not Beauty and the Beast, but the next show. That'd be great. It was so fun. Anyway, I'm Ben Salazar. I'm active voice actor, D&D player extraordinaire. I'm playing Oak Lightstride, the Heron-Gone cleric, and I missed you guys.
Oh, missed you too.
We missed you too.
We missed you too, buddy. DM's inspiration. All right, moving around the circle. Yeah, that's right. Laura, hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm Laura, and I'll be playing Sadie Stay in the Back, Stillwater from Blackout Bayou. We've got some clues, and we just can't lose.
Ooh, I like this.
Right.
We're rhyming now.
We are rhyming. And I believe their dad is in the chat, so we're going to be very appropriate, not for them. Hi, Dana. How was your week?
Hello, my week is great. Hi, folks. Hi, Dad. I am Dana Floberg. I use they, them pronouns. I am also a freelance writer and game designer. This evening, as with all evenings, I'll be playing Bobby Glimmerstitch, our Glamabad dwarf, who's really loving this new accessory they got to pick up from this not so nice dragon. So I'm sure it won't come in handy. Unlikely for anyone to ever try to charm or scare Bobby. But if they do, I'm ready.
Right on. Thank you, Dana. Hey, Mitch. How you doing, brother?
And frickin-tastic. Mitch Callahan, I'll be playing His Highness, Obrook Coppertop, Witchlight Monarch, and Destroyer of Dragons.
Excellent. And in the corner, with a cold, I will speak. That is the amazingly talented DM War Eeyore, Chuck Parkins, who is running the NPC Sir Talavar. Give us a wave, Chuck. Give us a wave.
I don't think we have him on screen, but he is waving. We can tell you.
Oh, is he? I thought he was on screen. I don't have the Twitch up for obvious reasons. I'm like those parakeets, you know, that they do. The mirrors are like, just yeah. All right, everyone. Who wants to play some Dungeons and Dragons? Oh, hey, it's Ben. Yay!
Hi, Reg.
We have a DM bet. Your wife, Ben?
Yeah, we've been married for 80 something years. Yeah.
Congratulations. You know, why do I look at you and I think you're like, yeah, you know, he's great. I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing when he graduates high school and stuff. You're so
Wow.
not an insult. I'm not an insult. I just thought you were that young, Benji. I just really did. I just,
Stop it.
man.
Stop.
Either
I'm
you're
moisturized.
that young or I'm getting that old, and I know which one I prefer to believe in. So, right, son of a gun. Just like everybody watching, like that Gen X butthole. All right.
Cancelled.
Right. Aegis! When last we had left off, you had left the stump of friggin' Skulllight, and by hook, crook, by canoe, by raft, you headed through the waterways underneath the Queen's Way until at last your eyes fell on the village of Downfall. Off in the distance. Let's see. Is there overriding? There is not. Thanks, Watsy. I'll make it up as we go along. Looking through the choking mists, your line of sight fluctuates. You can't see very far, 20, 25 feet. Occasionally, a small breeze might open up a tunnel where you can glimpse the silhouettes of buildings off in the distance. What you see, mostly, are a large, muddy lake, depth indeterminate. In the middle, a large ramshackle cottage up on thick posts covered in mold and moss. 4 long, dripping clotheslines attached to buildings across a circle of islands that rings the muddy lake. Along the islands, you see what looks to be maybe a burnt-out kind of building slightly off to the north and west. Just beyond that, you see what looks to be a bridge, maybe something looking like stakes just beyond it that seem to be moving, something large and moving on them, like pumpkins on poles or something. Off a distance from that, off into the northeast from where you stand, you catch a momentary glimpse of a ramshackle, larger cottage, possibly the seat of the Soggy Court. To the south, you see a variety of buildings of sizes, small, none too imposing, but what does draw your eye is a very large, dead white tree right along the shores of one of the banks. Then the fog and mist come rolling in and eclipse your view, leaving you alongside of a channel on one of the islands to the west of Downfall and the Soggy Court. What would you like to do before you approach, if anything?
Oh boy.
Sadie might like to look at that tree.
Well, it's okay. It's large. It's very large. I mean, think of
okay.
the lake. The lake all the way around is like half a mile all the way around, and so it's way off in the way. And these are islands, so you would have to navigate across islands and get across channels to get to it.
Okay,
It's just
so
to
it's
kind of
not
give you
like
a
right by
yeah.
where we are.
no.
The buildings to the south, do they look like they're like a little town or village of some kind?
No, they look like if you were visiting your grandfather's farm and they were outbuildings, you know, like that's the granary, that might be the chicken coop. They are the sizes of like individual like cottages or cabins. You know, they're not like little clusters, so they might be where people live. You think you see one of them that might be a guard tower as it stands up a little bit higher than the rest.
All right. So y'all remind me about this place. It's the Bullywug place, right?
Yeah, so it seems like this is the Soggy Court is here, which is where all the bullywugs and their king hang out, right? Oh, you had like a vision of that guy or something, right? At some point, you saw like this monarch in a vision.
Fancy, like?
Kind of fancy. And so we know that they're here. I don't know if we have any particular reason to talk to them, except that, you know, maybe they know something about Bavlorna. We do know, Sadie, that your mom was supposed to be coming to Downfall on her mission with the Mustache Man. So we could
Right.
ask lots of people about that. I don't think we know like what specifically she was trying to do.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna. I've got her picture.
Mhm.
I'm ready.
You think you
Yeah,
gotta
and then
try
Bavlorna
to
is
warn?
presumably in like the big cottage, and we gotta go get boy a lot of stuff. She's done a lot of bad things, and also stole some thumbs. We gotta get those back for Elma.
Dude, that's the last thing we gotta do before we leave is make sure we get those thumbs back.
Yeah.
And I gotta return those books. I still feel bad I took them.
Do you? I don't think she does. Do you
The
think we ought
thumbs
to
were
warn
for-
the king for
Elmer.
that something bad might happen? The vision we saw?
Do we
Or-
know if? I'm not sure the king isn't working with Bavlorna though, so like we gotta try and figure that out. Maybe, right? Maybe that's an ally. Maybe that's not an ally. But sorry, Oak, were you saying something?
The thumbs were for Elmer, right?
Yeah, our spider friend who said he needed some thumbs.
Did I ever tell you that I knew of Elmer prior to coming to the material plane?
But he
Well,
wasn't.
that's
Elmer,
right,
he
because
was
you're like 100 years old.
Hobgoblin?
He was a
That's-
hobgoblin prior.
Right.
I don't know. It's just strange.
That does seem very
It
weird.
is.
He didn't mention that. He mentioned thumbs, but not the fact that he had used to be an entirely different sort of humanoid.
I read in a book one time if you got reincarnated, you might not come back like how you were before. You might come back as anything. You could be a
think he
hobgoblin,
died.
you could be an ettercap. He might have died. I don't know.
Huh.
That
I read
sounds
it.
kind of
Thought-
interesting. I'm about
Dying?
that. If I'm coming back, I don't
What-
want to do the same thing again. You gotta be
Well, yeah.
something
What would you
different.
come back as?
Me? Oh, I
Fabulous.
don't know.
They would come back
Yeah,
as fabulous.
that's inevitably fabulous. I feel like something bigger. You know, I work very hard to make a big statement from all the way down here, but I think it'd be great to be an orc. You know, be real tall.
Ooh.
Oh,
You notice,
I'm opposite. I'd like to be a fairy.
Standing alongside Oak, Sir Talavar kind of shifts, and he mentions. He says, "You know, this is where I and Wigglewog escaped from with the help of a companion and a Sir Morgort. She stayed behind to cover our escape. I don't know what happened to her, whether she even still survives, but I only consider it fair warning that going in here I may or may not be recognized, and I may or may not help or hinder our cause. I will leave it up to you to decide if you want me to accompany you, or wait out here and effect a rescue, should that become necessary."
That's
Are
not
you
a
telling
terrible
me
idea.
that you need a disguise? Because we could arrange that, is all I'm saying.
He brightens and he says,
Montage.
why, yes! Yep. Yeah, why, yes! And then we get a bunch of scenes of everybody getting out face paint, Sir Talavar in a bunch of different
Oh, yeah.
outfits, like the blonde curls and the pink pinafore dress, and him taking his
Oh my
head.
gosh, yes.
You know, dressed up in a zoot suit and a big fedora, okay. So would you like to do that? Because he does mention that he left here under less than
Yeah.
peaceful circumstances.
That
Yeah.
seems smart. Even if he waits out here to like come in to rescue us later, it feels like the longer before anybody's like, I seen that fairy dragon before, the better for us. So
I agree.
I do have a disguise kit.
As
All right,
do I.
go ahead and
so I
give me
can
that.
help you.
Okay, then you would like to lend advantage to Glimmer Stitch's roll?
I would.
All right, Glimmer Stitch, if you will, go ahead and use your disguise kit. And in this case, it's up to you. You want to use wisdom, you want to use intelligence, you want to use charisma to pull this off.
Okay. Charisma's sort of my thing, so that's probably better.
Charisma. We're going to get a value that'll give us a relative success that I will test against should it become necessary, unless, like, Sir Talavar gets it dunked and it wipes off. Okay, a 16. Duly noted. Any other preparations the party would like to make before we move to the top-down exploration map?
Sadie's gonna put a bow on the stag's head and like make it look like a present because she feels like
All right.
in the swamp, if you went to somebody's house, you had to bring them something.
Oh, bring him a
So
gift.
she
Okay,
wants,
very nice.
Yeah, she wants to make sure she has like a gift for whoever we run into.
All right. Are you making any extra steps to make sure that when you present it, it might give a benefit to any subsequent, like, charisma rolls, like persuasion or whatnot? Or are you just gonna, it's got a bow on it, kind of like I wrap my kids as Christmas gifts? Okay.
Yeah, like while we're doing up Sir Talavar, like she's gonna get into like the glitter and the paint and like bedazzle it a little bit.
Yeah, Bobby's got
and
one of those.
Yeah, she's gonna make it really
You
pretty.
can borrow.
Crap,
she'll
like a
put, like,
sugared
a
up 6-year-old
garland.
with a glue gun. Okay.
Yeah, like a garland on it and some flowers, and just she thinks it's beautiful. I don't know if I need
I
to
was
do a
gonna say,
performance
Charlie,
check
where did
for
you
that,
find
or
Where did I find what?
The original character notes for Bobby, sugared up 6-year-old with a glue gun.
All right. Okay, Sadie, in this case, I'm going to say that's going to be a performance because you are, in a way, performing, unless you can convince me that a different skill would suit better, again, as a relative number against a future roll. That's the thought that count, exactly. Yay! Okay. All right. Yeah, sugared up something. Okay, the blues hanging from your hair. All right, so that is a 5 and a 16 for Glimmer Stitch. Any other preparations that the party would like to make before we move to the top-down map?
I don't think I have any like spells or anything that'd be useful to. I think the one thing is Bobby would turn to Sir Talavar and be like, okay, so you've been here before. Do you have any sense of, like, if we're looking for folks who might be on our side, as in not on Bavlorna's side, is there places we should go or people we should definitely avoid, right? Like, we know there's a lot of bullywug royalty. Do the royalty not like Bavlorna? Do the people not like Bavlorna? What's up here?
Sir Talavar. Paging Sir Talavar. Don't need to speak due to your voice. Please give me a history roll.
Ooh.
Waiting for the roll to appear in the chat box. As we do. Dungeons and Dragons, a role-playing game. Let's see.
And now a word from our sponsors.
The white zone is for loading and unloading only. All right, I'm not even sure if Chuck is paying attention. All right, so Sir Talavar takes a look at you and gives a nod, and he says, well, truth told, I didn't have much oh, thank you. Well, okay, that was Benji.
That was me.
I didn't have much contact with the locals other than Sir Mugwort and Wigglewog. I know that most of the bullywugs tend to be self-interested, and they pay abeyance to Slackjaw Lorna simply to keep their own heads. They're more concerned with their petty struggles as to who is king. The king lasts for a day or a week, but not very long. No, they are an inward, silly people. I just think that maybe one or two may see me and find an advantage if they recognize who I am and the fact that I escaped from Bavlorna.
Okay. That's useful.
all right.
I think it could be useful if, like, we find some folks first. We can ask some more questions, like about your mom. If anybody's got any other tips on Bavlorna, see if folks here. Maybe we can make some friends. In particular, I will say I have been working on sort of a master class that I could deliver. If we like find like a tavern or something, I could set up and do like a master class about sort of when you get like an old T-shirt and you need to like change it into something else because it doesn't fit anymore. I've been really working on that. So if we find a place where that's helpful, I can do something.
Excellent. Well, I know off to the north, and he kind of gestures off through the fog. He says, over there was the balloon factory. Well, Wigglewog and I absconded with the balloon that you subsequently saw me crash in alongside the tower.
A balloon factory.
Now that sounds
Yes,
exciting.
That sounds fun.
We don't have a
Moving
snail
the-
anymore. We may as well get a balloon.
Yeah, I forget what happened.
to
What
Oh,
happened
it's
to
an
this-
Acton?
Hand wave him. He's been released into the wild. Who's the best for all concerned.
Probably.
That's so sad.
Judge me. Don't you judge me. It's quite all right, Sir Talavar. I know it didn't. I threw you under the bus with that. All right, we are all on the top-down map. Tell me if you can see and move your
Okay.
token.
Yeah.
There
I
we
can
go.
move my token, but I can't see anything. Is that just me?
I think the fog
Is it dark?
rolled in.
Because
Oh, it's
Yeah,
over
I
in the
got dark
corner to
vision,
the
but-
left.
No,
Move
this
it
is
over
the,
to
he
the
was
left.
up. He's absolutely right. There we go.
There you go.
How about now?
There we go. I can
There
see.
you go. All right.
I will not go into the tree.
I forgot how-
The direction he
I've
pointed to the
told
balloon
you that
factory
once now.
is right up there. Also, did everyone take the benefit of a long rest?
Yes, sir.
Oh yes. Oh, also, did you level up, Oak? We're level 3 now.
I didn't level up on roll 20, but I leveled up on everything else.
Leveled up in my heart.
I'm going, I swear. I'm going real
we
quick.
could,
All right. The
Okay,
mists
okay,
are
okay.
thick.
What could happen
and
at a balloon
roll
factory?
in
It'll be
and
fine.
Out. Yeah, roll in and
It's
out,
balloon
obscuring
factory.
your vision. But the balloon factory is right over to the northwest, as promised.
okay. We want to go check that out?
Why not?
Good a place to start as
No,
any.
there's a balloon. There's a balloon over there. Sorry, the balloon factory is just beyond.
So there's a balloon there, not a balloon factory.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a when I fell down and hit my head way back when in the tower and forgot everything for like a session's worth of time. How did he like come in like a hot air balloon, like a rubber balloon? Because I'm definitely picturing like a rubber balloon factory with many a color and animals.
Hot air.
That would be perfect.
We've all seen the shows where like they're escaping like wherever, and they make the
Got
hot air
it.
balloon out of like t-shirts and pants and stuff. It's like that,
Got it.
Oh,
those kind of things.
but this
But it
place
was
is
like
so
a hot air-
weird. God
it
only
did-
knows.
It was.
did contain him and a bullywug, so it had
It
some
did.
some substance to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And considering the fact that its fuel is hot air and that Sir Talavar was in the basket, it's rather surprising it wasn't to stay aloft.
A
No,
dead
no
bullywug?
one, no one.
Yeah.
What?
Agreed.
We're
Oh, now it's gonna play
appreciating,
late.
we're
I was able
smirking.
to... There we go. The rim's shut.
There we go.
The DM will just be quiet. Just go ahead, play. Let me know what you want to do.
Let's go.
All right,
I'm
so we're
gonna check
gonna
out
just
this
walk into the fog. Come on.
Yeah.
Well,
Why not?
gotta walk around it. Oh, there she goes.
They are going
Stay with
wherever
Bobby.
the fuck they want.
I know, moving into the dark, it's so scary. Looming above a ramshackle wooden pier is a balloon anchored by 4 thick ropes tied around wooden posts driven deep into the mire. The balloon's bladder expands and sags at irregular intervals as swamp gas fills it briefly before leaking out through various tears in the patchwork fabric. A bullywug stands near the top of a ladder and is using a long silver needle and a spool of catgut to sew up one of the openings. A second bullywug stands at the foot of the ladder to steady it. Huddled nearby are 3 giant frogs whose long tongues snap up, passing insects.
Bobby is just like quietly leaning over first to whisper to Oak, like, it's just bad technique. Like, you can't do that kind of stitch and expect it to have like that kind of staying power like that.
Yeah, I mean, you are the expert, so I don't have much experience in that.
Damn
but
right.
I default to you. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys have
maybe
no
you should
idea what they're fucking doing.
They could benefit from your masterclass. We have to find a tavern.
You're so right. Should we tell them? Should we tell them what they're doing wrong, or should we just watch for a second?
Tell them.
Definitely tell them. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bobby steps out from behind the
I
and just starts
hide.
marching in there. Excuse me, fellas.
Well, hello there, says the one holding the ladder.
I notice you seem to be having some trouble with this balloon. It doesn't seem to be structurally integral.
They look at the balloon, they look at each other, they look back at the balloon, they look at each other, they look at you. Go on, says the one at the top of the ladder holding the needle and catgut.
I'm just saying, I in particular am sort of an expert in these things. If you need some sort of assistance, be happy to provide that as sort of in exchange of goods and services for other rendered goods and services.
They look at each other, and you can see the kind of confusion go across, like pass in between them. And then one of them, you're suggesting a trade?
Yeah. You know, you could do something to help me and, my 3 friends over here, and I can help you with this balloon.
All right, give me a persuasion check, please.
Okie dokie.
May I cast guidance on them?
You absolutely may.
Yay!
Love to be guided. Ooh!
Oh my
God,
god!
holy goodness. All right. I don't
That's
even
a
think
dirty
you're gonna be
20.
okay. They look at each other, and one of them kind of shrugs and says, "Well, bluff." And he looks up, and he's like, "I'm getting hungry. What do you got in mind? How do we fix it quicker?"
Oh, well, I think if you could just, Bobby's like getting out needles and stuff. It's like, I got some better tools. We're gonna need to do a different stitch. Like what you're doing there, it's for like detail work, and this is not that kind of material. But of course, before we talk any
It's
further,
like
I need to make
X's.
sure that this is a fair exchange.
The one on the ladder comes climbing down and says, "Well, what do you want?"
Bobby's going to look to their friends also to see if there's particular, like, I think we are interested in some information. I don't know if my colleagues have any other particular suggestions or questions, but the floor is yours.
Oak is in a hard hat, like a yellow, bright yellow hard hat, holding a clipboard. He's like, I have a lot of questions about the safety regulations here, but besides that, I'll take a step behind Sadie.
Sadie will just bring out the picture of her mom, and she'll say, I've been looking for this lady. I'm just wanting to know if anybody's seen her. But yeah, I'm real happy to help with whatever y'all have going here.
All right. The one named Bluff, hard to tell them apart. His tongue comes out and licks his eyeballs clean, and he leans in, and then he shrugs. He's like, "Sorry, probably need to ask Gullop. Yeah, Gullop knows everything. Gullop XIX, Gullop the 19th. He'll know. He's the king." And they both nod, and then
IX. Okay.
yeah, Ogleth is like, show me your stitch.
Okay. There's a ladder that leads up to the balloon, or is there just ropes that lead directly to the balloon?
A ladder. There's a ladder that's leaning up against the
Okay.
balloon.
Bobby
leaning,
briefly
wow,
looks
feels nice.
longingly at the rope and thinks about their dreams of like being a pirate who can climb rigging, and then goes and climbs the ladder instead because sometimes
All right.
they do the rational.
While Bobby
thing.
climbs,
Uh,
I'm just gonna walk around and,
And they just
highlight
start.
things. in
No,
red.
okay. So see what you gotta do. I think like they're like starting working and also trying to teach some of these folks and sew up some of this balloon.
All right. So we are going to make another. Do you have a sewing kit? I forget.
I
got your sewing
got,
kit
I
back.
got all sorts of shit. I got
I got all sorts of shit.
I got
All right.
thieves' tools. Somewhere in there's a needle. You know it.
Thank you, Sadie. All right. Well, while Bobby is at the top of the ladder trying to explain to the bullywug the delicacies of a sail stitch and whatnot, Oak, you're acting like a supervisor. You know. Okay. What are Sadie and Obrick doing?
Well, he said lunch, so Sadie's gonna be looking around just for I don't know what bullywugs eat. They throw the fish back and talk to him, so she's looking for some greens, maybe some insects.
Insects. Yeah. You know, insects. Probably they are amphibian. How do you feel about that,
she'll,
Obrick?
Save me one. Save me one.
All right.
All
Is
right.
that nature to look for critters? What is that?
If you're going to harvest, it would be a survival.
I'm gonna walk past Sadie and just
Plus
give her a
5
pat.
in nature and everything's survival.
Damn.
Hey,
You are
yeah.
spy.
Nature is no survival is catch. Nature is no survival is catch. You see plenty, but the 4 giant frogs or the 3 giant frogs that are there are just much quicker than you and are able to, as you're going out to grab like a juicy looking dragonfly, a large fleshy tongue comes out and snaps it right out in front of you. So you are thwarted by their natural
Yeah.
abilities. Yeah.
I think she makes
All
a game out of it though. Like she's trying to dodge the tongue and catch the fly. she's laughing.
Go attack. All right. Yeah, not so bad so far here in Downfall. Okay, at the top of the ladder, Bobby, go ahead and give us that roll, please.
Go on, Bobby.
Okay, we said weaver's tools. What skill? What attribute should I use here?
In this case, you're teaching. Let's use intelligence.
Oh, okay. Well, that's appropriate.
Yeah.
You know,
When it's all said and done,
It's sort
You
of.
were
I
saying?
think it's got to be a lot of Bobby's like this, and they're like, "Can you explain it?" And they're like, "You do it. You do the thing. And it's better this way.
Yeah.
It's better." Like, there's not.
Oglith looks at you and he gives you kind of like a peering look, and you kind of get that he's being kind, and he's like, "Oh, thank you. And he watches you climb down, and then you see him kind of like sigh and undo your stitching and just shake his head and go back to doing the big fat X's that he was doing. It's like, he didn't get it. And you see him look down at Bloth, and Bloth is kind of like, thank you. Probably want to see the king. Yep, want to see the king. And he gestures off towards the north. But you were saying?
Oh, that was gonna be. Bobby's like, "Yeah, where is he? Where did we find
Yeah,
this
he gestures
king?"
off this way. Like the path continues off to the north.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that must be Gullub XIX. That's a fancy name for a fancy frog.
Do you think he'll be threatened by you, Obrick?
Ooh.
Can't imagine why.
It's like having a celebrity guest.
Oh,
It's like
I'm
you're
the
the
monarch
true
and all.
king, and he's, a lesser king. I get the sense kings can be pretty touchy about this sort of stuff.
well, now maybe I'll try to keep it under wraps just for the first little while.
Sure.
Pull it out if I need to.
Okay, so no fanfare when we walk in then.
It might play to your benefit. You never know.
That's true. It's sort of touch and go. Like maybe it's like another king off with his head, or maybe it's like another king. We will invite you to a fabulous ballroom full of feast and stuff and dancing, which would be fun.
I like to dance.
Yeah.
Just
We
as a
could play
side
it
note,
by ear,
everyone
you
in-
know, it's up to you.
Everyone in chat, type exclamation and the word enter to join tonight's giveaway for the Frictionless Dan Witchlight, Beyond the Witchlight, the complete Hither bundle, all three of the adventures that we've played so far here in Prismere. It is an excellent bundle, and you will enjoy it very much. Exclamation point enter, drawing at the end of tonight's session. Moving on. All right.
Okay.
Okay. We just
Let's head
start going to the north.
Yeah, so we go in chill, we just check out the vibe, and then if it seems like they like fancy guests, then we'll, you know.
Yeah, we can listen.
We'll
If
do
they're
it up.
like, get out of here, you poor schmucks, we can be like, actually,
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. As you move northward, you see a row of boulders spaced 2 feet apart breach the surface of the lake to form a walking path across a 40-foot wide waterway. They are situated in such a way that you would have to leap across them one by one to make it to the other side.
Okay.
does this look deeper than my stilts?
Give me your nature.
Uh-oh.
Guidance. Guidance.
Guidance.
Thank you. Oh,
shit.
I'm going to
If
try
the
to be
water is-
inspired.
You're
I'll
going to
use
use
my
your
inspiration.
inspiration.
Ooh,
All
yes,
right.
yes.
Okay,
Look,
taking a
I
look.
like this character. I don't need them to drown.
What did I just hit? Okay. Looking at it, the water is scummy and thick, but you think that it's probably fairly deep here. It just has that feeling of turbidity that lends itself to depth.
All right. Sadie's gonna stick her feet in it and try to clean them off a little bit since we're going to company.
Well,
Good idea.
Just like when you were on Backstage Bayou, you pull your feet out and they're like painted green with like the growth, the algae, the scum. It's hard to clean off of them in here, but it feels
like
a
you're
lot like
wearing
home for
socks.
you too. Truly,
Okay.
truly,
All right.
yeah.
Thought that counts.
Don't worry about it. Bobby will see this and just go be like, "Oh, sweetie, don't worry. If you want to clean up and just prestidigitate, beautiful shiny feet just before we leap across some rocks over a river." So
Awesome.
All right, I'll offer to go
Let's do it.
first. Let me check it out, guys. See what it looks like if it's not too slippery.
Guidance.
All right.
Attempt to cross the path.
Go ahead. You you feel like you can hop across them without too much difficulty at all. Matter of fact, they seem rather wide, really ready to pretty easy to cross.
No problem. Everything's good. Definitely nothing's gonna
Yeah.
jump out of the water and kill us all.
Yeah.
Oh,
nothing
okay,
so far.
great.
I mean, what?
All right. Chitters will go next.
I look
As
around
you
and
step
see if there's
forward,
anything-
however, as you step forward, however, the rock underneath you just gives a large shudder, and
Oh, no.
from underneath of you, the stone rises, and you see a rocky face appear out of the water, and it says, "Begging your pardon, you have just stepped upon me, and that is quite rude."
I am so sorry. I will step off of you immediately.
All right, stepping
off
off
of
of the
him immediately.
Galeb Dur, it lowers its eyebrows, you think, and it waits for you to make your persuasion roll.
With guidance, you never used it.
Oh.
Oh, do it, do it.
Yeah, use that guidance.
Okay.
Oh, it shudders, water and gunk splashing off of it, and says, "I appreciate the attempt, but you did not sing. An apology is sung." You can sing it, or you can roll again.
I'm so sorry for stepping on your head. I won't do it again.
Your meter's off. Make your persuasion roll, but with advantage.
I used thaumaturgy to make the sound of like roaring applause.
Love
All right, the Galeb Dur nods and says, "Your apology is acceptable," and then slowly lowers under the water with a bunch of big green bubbles and moves off to the side. You hear a low hum under the water, like, and you notice the rocks from where it was kind of move closer, closing the path for the rest of you to proceed.
Yay.
Okay.
Closing the path as in like there is no path.
Closing the
or
gap.
Closing...
Closing the gap.
Okay.
Closing the gap.
Nice. Appreciate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
Bobby, I think your charisma is rubbing off on me.
Oh, buddy, you've always been a charmer. That's been very clear from the first time we met. And now you're a king.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. As soon as I met you folks, I was like, this is the crew. This is them. I don't know for what. I thought I was just giving you guys a tour of the carnival, but I knew that you folks were special.
Oh, I thought you only came with us because you got fired.
Wait. I didn't know anybody else heard that. No. I did not just go
No,
with
I didn't
because
hear
I
that.
got fired.
That shots fired.
Didn't hear that at all. I don't.
Gift of gab.
No,
Gift of
I
gab.
actually
Yeah.
I was just ready for sort of a new phase of my own career, and also to get my shit back from Charmaine is sort of the, and also you guys were just so charming, you know. I couldn't let you leave without me.
I believe you 100%. My 4 insights.
As you should.
I must have misheard when I was coming out of the mirror. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, when they're like, you're inspiring, and it sounds like you're fired. You know, it's.
Oh, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sure, they're
Ahead
holding-
of you, you see
your
a
spot.
large wooden structure that stands on stilts above the lake. It's topped by a steep conical roof made of thatch. Smoke curls up from a hole at its apex. Its windows are blacked out, and the air carries the smell of burned wood. A clothesline to one corner of the building's exterior is hung with a variety of frayed patchwork garments. From inside, you hear croaks of dismay and concern.
Is this a healing hut, perhaps?
Oh, maybe.
Just
The
kidding.
balloon factory, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, I mean, if they're upset, we might as well help them. They could probably use your expertise again, like last time.
Yeah, they seem to really appreciate my help last time.
I appreciated it, at least. It was
Oh,
inspiring
see,
to watch.
thank you, Oak.
Yeah, be
Yeah, let's go
careful. They
check
might
out this
put you to
factory.
work.
Can't keep me
Move-
tied down.
Moving up the
Ain't it
ramp.
the truth?
I'll wait for you to move up the ramp so you can look inside.
Mhm,
Because as
mhm.
all DMs know, we hate to read things too early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's the one where somebody casts a spell and it's like that only works on creatures? Okay, everybody, it's safe. There's no mimics in there. All right. The room is a charred mess. Hazy smoke hangs over scattered piles of burned and broken shelves, intermixed with whatever those shelves contained. Whiffs of smoke snake into the air from several spots where smoldering wreckage threatens to ignite. A distressed bullywug in a leather smock scurries around the room with a bucket of water whose contents spill out over the sides in his haste. He cries out, "Grab a bucket! We need to make sure the fires are out!" And as he does, he runs, trying to fling water on the little bouncing sparks that threaten to ignite fires in the room.
All right, we grab a bucket.
And it's sort of...
Oh boy.
Chitters goes first.
We had Chitters.
Chitters grabs a bucket.
Chitters, the firefighter.
He grabs a
Chitter's
teacup,
a
maybe not a
firefighter?
bucket.
Teacup.
All
He
right.
grabs a teacup, runs for the water.
Not going to be much help. Yeah, you see that you're going to need a whole bucket to deluge
You don't know.
these things.
Okay. So he'll all right. I don't know how he could help.
What? What I miss?
He'll stay out of the
he
way.
can
He'll
lend
help by staying out of the way.
He can lend advantage. He can lend advantage.
Okay, alright, he'll do that. Point the way to the buckets.
Point the way to the buckets.
The buckets are right along the bench from whence the group of you are entering. You see that there are the little coals bouncing around everywhere, and yeah, seeing you come in and start to grab buckets, it's as though they're aware of the threat to their own survival, and they begin bouncing around hostilely, coming right at you. Wow, that's some dark stuff. Okay, the first one, doink, yeah, doink, comes bouncing right at Obrick.
Oh,
No.
Ow! But I don't think that hits, does it, Obrick? AC 10?
no, 10 would not hit. I got AC 19.
Very nice. Well, proximity is so critical. Critters flew across the room. What is class as the animated spark jumps up and tries to burn the little guy?
You can't go after the squirrel.
He's off limits.
Is he? Is a familiar off limits?
Yeah.
Fine, he comes
you
around
know
the
the
corner and he
rules.
heads for Oak. All right.
He has
He's gonna
the
burn
squirrel.
another
Squirrel! Get the squirrel!
However, Oak is able to bounce out of the way as the animated coal comes flinging across the room right at you, Mr. Herringon. Never whisper rolls. That was a 9. The next one in the series, right there. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's the Bullywug. 4, 5, 6. It is Oak. Sound fair?
Sure.
1, 2, 3. It's the Bullywug. Okay, bounces away and launches itself at the Bullywug. Ooh, all right. The Bullywug lets out a screech as his skin is scorched by the coal. Ow!
Ow.
That hurt. Oak, it is finally your turn.
I am going to use my action to... Well, is there a bucket near me that I can throw some water from?
They are right next to, yeah. They're not
Great.
They,
I try.
they're there. They're within
Go ahead, go
arm's
ahead.
reach. They're within arm's reach.
Great. I try and douse one.
All right. So go ahead and make it as an improvised weapon. So go ahead and make your attack. It is ranged. So add your dex. We're not adding your proficiency bonus to hit
You're
it.
not proficient in buckets?
Not proficient.
And
in
with
bucket.
advantage, because Chitters was helping the next person.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Natural 20.
Ooh!
Wow. Okay. That's
you
not going to
said
argue
he
with that.
wasn't proficient at buckets.
Do I gain proficiency in buckets?
Yes.
What a good. Who's seen Airplane? I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. All right. Yeah, we'll discuss your bucket proficiency. All right.
Great.
Roll dice 6 as you throw the water at the animated coal, please.
Die 6. 5.
Die 6. All right. It has vulnerability to water, and with a hiss, the thing goes inert, and the little spark of life dies.
Oh gosh.
I know. It's just kind of like I never thought I'd feel so
I'm a little
sad
sad.
about putting out a little tiny, yeah, well,
Yeah.
little spark. Oak, bonus action or movement, my friend.
I'll make way for people to come in. I'll get a little closer to our guys being harrowed over here.
All right.
And yeah, that's all.
Okay. Let's see. It's over there in the corner. It has its wonderful little ignite ability.
Mhm.
I'm going to see what it's going to do.
The spark of life.
Yep. Okay. Off in the other end of the balloon factory, you see one of the coals go bouncing into the corner, and you can start to hear the crackle and pop of kindling of wood, lighting up and igniting. Sadie, what do you want to do? You have 2 buckets of
All right.
water. There are 2 empty buckets in the room. You would have to refill them
Okay.
down at the water's edge.
Okay, she's gonna fill her hat with water and run into the room.
Okay.
How many buckets can she fill up with her hat? Probably just one.
We'll just go 1.
Okay. She'll fill up one
Thank you.
bucket. So 1, 2.
Oak, you've been
I'm not
inspired,
sure how far I can
and Bobby's been inspired.
Okay, so she'll go for this one. And you said it's just a dex?
It is, yeah. It is a die 20 plus your dex bonus, your dex mod.
Okay. 20.
Okay.
2.
Unfortunately, your hat full of water just splashes uselessly, creating a large puddle on the floor, completely failing to hit the animated
Oh.
pole.
Can I use my
Action- yeah.
inspiration? I really want to put that out.
Okay, go right ahead.
Oh.
All
Reroll. Alright. It's just a straw
Sorry.
hat. It's just coming through. There wasn't really much left when she threw it.
Right on.
We
It's like
were
a,
so
a mesh
committed.
trucker's hat. What? Where's the water?
Yeah.
Where's the water? Okay, another spark comes bouncing out of the back, just enough to throw itself at Sadie. What's your armor class?
15 with mage armor.
Ooh, it scorches right into the back of your dress, doing 4 points of fire damage. And you are now alight. Yeah, you will take 2 points, 1 die 4 fire damage at the start of each of your turns, unless you sacrifice an action to
Okay.
stop, drop, and roll.
Stop,
Effectively.
drop, and roll. Okay. Does she take any right now or not till the start of the next turn?
You take the 4, but you won't take that extra until the start of your next turn.
Okay. All right. She prepares to
All right.
stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, at the start of all your turns. Okay, the next one also comes bouncing out Also, right alongside Sadie, who went rushing into the conflagration, just like she was a firefighter. It throws itself at you, the little burning coal. Wow. This one also scorches into your skin for 3 points of fire damage. And I am not going to doubly ignite you. Obrick, it is your turn.
What was it? Sadie, stay in the back, still water? Was that what it was?
That's what it was.
Right?
Yes, that's
Yes,
what it was.
Okay. So there's
Yeah,
a
I
couple
have
more
2 buckets. Let me use my hat instead.
Yeah, I'll grab one of the buckets that's still in here and come around and attempt to dump it on Sadie.
Okay.
Would she be willing to accept that attack?
Yes, witches are actually not afraid of water.
Think about that.
Except it would be.
Now, do keep in
hilarious
mind,
if you tried to
Sadie
save
is
Sadie's
around
life
the
if she
corner
was
of that
dead.
wall, so you will have to move around that wall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that a wall?
Oh, show.
That's a wall.
Grab a
That's a wall.
bucket along the way. And guess I'm gonna have
I'm
to
on fire.
run away from that one.
Mm-hmm. And as you do, well, little animated coals, they're jerks. It throws itself at you. Right? How dare it? Armor class was, doesn't matter.
19.
12 doesn't hit you.
Just the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the hair.
Tink, tink, tink.
Yeah, I'll dump the water onto Sadie to put the fire out.
My hero.
All right. Yep. I won't make you roll. So,
Okay.
what? Calcifer is from Howl's Moving Cal. Yeah, it's a bunch of little asshole calcifers. All right. Bonus action, Obrick.
Jeez. I'll cast no bonus no bonus action.
No bonus action. All right.
No, that's it.
All right, the bullywug, he turns with his bucket and he looks down at the coal right by his feet and he goes to throw the water on it. Let's see, die 20 plus dex plus 1. All right. No, the spark bounces out of the way as the bullywug lets out with a disappointed croak. Urgh, curses. You notice he has a brooch on his chest that looks like a big fly with beating wings, kind of like the golden snitch. Bobby, it is your turn.
Oh boy. First, the question. Would you say that one of these little flaming guys is equal in size or smaller to a candle, torch, or small campfire?
Yes.
For the purposes of the prestidigitation cantrip.
Yeah, but let's read that cantrip out loud. Because that would just be
the
like,
relevant
this is
part-
not a fun encounter.
You
It's
create
what?
an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect. You instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Wow.
That would work.
I got another
Wow.
plan. If
Yeah.
this doesn't vibe, I got another idea. I'm also excited.
I see it. Sorry, I'm not trying to talk over you. Yeah, I see it. You got another plan. I like it. I don't want to make it an instantaneous, like, okay, this is dumb. So we're going to gamify it. You can either A, have to roll to hit, or B, we'll make a roll to save because it's kind of got a little bit of will. Which way do you want to go? I'll give it to you this time. Your choice. Hit or save? Hit or
If I
save?
rolled a hit, would it be like a spell attack, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
All right. Go ahead and roll your spell
I think
attack.
this
These
is
things
not.
are.
This is not even. Saz. Yeah, I think this is not even premeditated. Bobby's just like, knock it off, and just waves at it.
Right on.
Just click.
Going against their armor class, they are very, very fast little things, bouncing around like little, bombing around like little glowing bumblebees.
We do love that. Okay. I'm just gonna roll a d20 and then add my
Your
spell
spell
attack
modifier,
modifier. Ooh, that's not great.
And don't
My
forget-
modifier is
No.
6.
Okay. And then because you are using a spell, you're not improvising with the bucket. You can use your proficiency bonus. So you're at 14.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I thought that was included.
So
in
you're
spell
14. What's
attack.
your proficiency bonus, which is 2, right?
Mhm.
So that would put you at 16. Do you have guidance?
I do not.
Oh, you just miss with your spell. So very, very simple. You needed an 18. All right. Anything
I
else,
think
Bobby?
they do enter. They move in a little further. They're not gonna get out of this guy's reach, but they're like, there's too much stuff going on. They're gonna get in range,
All right.
and just kind of shout in there like, Sadie, you got style.
Wow,
You
that
doing
hung.
okay, baby? And is gonna toss a bardic inspiration your way.
One bardic inspiration away to
I'm
Sadie. Right. Don't forget to check who has inspiration still. So Bobby, Obrick, and Oak all have inspirations from chat. Just keep that in mind. And Oak, don't forget. Yeah, I gave you the DM's one. So Chittas, what is Chittas doing?
All right. Chitters is gonna help Sadie try not to get on fire anymore.
Actually, Obrick hit you with a bucket full of water. I'm gonna say that you are no longer flammable for the remainder of this
Yeah.
combat.
I'm not
Dripping
flammable.
wet. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. He's gonna hand her
I
a
got a
bucket,
bucket,
and
a bucket full
and,
of water.
and what's he gonna tell her about the bucket?
Me,
Don't tell her.
me, Chitters, or Obrick. Who is telling what about the bucket? Like
Chitters.
what the? Oh, Chitters. What?
Chitters is handing Sadie a bucket. He's gonna tell her use this,
Oh.
not your hat, dummy.
Oh, okay. I just completely like who's doing what? Yeah, he hands you. Okay, he hands you the bucket. Hands you a bucket.
Okay. That's his turn.
Oh, we're doing
Hand it,
Chitters.
guy.
God, we're doing Chitters. Got my list.
If I
Familiars, right up there with Silvery Barb. Familiars. Okay, that's a new one. All right. This one right there, next to Bobby. The animated coal bounces left, right. It knows you tried to magic it. It flings itself at your fabulous person. Armor class. Oh, that's going to be a hit as Glimmer Stitch is scorched for 4 points of fire damage,
Stings hit.
and you are now smoldering. You're on fire. You were that way anyway, but now it's literal.
Ow.
Where's the flames? There's the flames on fire. All right. That one is doused. And the next one throws itself at the bullywug once again. Da, da, da. Wow. Okay. The bullywug lets out a screech as his skin blisters and his eyes become even more buggy from the pain of the flame, and he croaks, "Ah, I'm barbecuing." Oh, what do you want to do? You're on mute.
Oh, you muted Benji.
Oh no way! Oh my lord. I have no water. I am going to I take the bucket and I'm going to just try and like cut the oxygen off from the flame. Like smother the ember. Yeah, just gonna put it on it and try and smother the flame.
Okay,
I love it so
okay.
much.
Well, I'll. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead and make an
water.
improvised attack. Yeah.
And I'm
I mean, the
proficient
thing
with
does
buckets,
skitter
right?
around like. Merry Christmas. You're proficient with
Yes!
Hey!
You,
That doesn't matter.
No.
Well, no, it's okay. Yeah, yeah, no. As you go flinging
advantage.
yourself down with the bucket,
Do you want to do the
it's
I have
what? Oh,
advantage.
inspiration? You have
Okay, I'll use
Inspiration.
my DM's inspiration.
inspiration.
Great.
wow,
You're welcome.
wow.
I didn't think this would be.
Wow.
This is harder than the
Yeah,
dragon.
you know it. This, yeah, gosh, this I don't know. Okay, in the back, the other coal is just kind of like, I'm gonna light it on fire. You hear the doors. All right, Sadie, what do you want to do?
All right, Sadie is gonna throw a bucket of water at this one right here, and she has advantage because Chitters is helping her. He's giving her some direction. 16?
16 is not enough as the water splashes onto the wooden floorboards, not hitting the skittering coal. All
Oh my
buckets are
lord.
now empty. Are
She
now
is gonna
empty. Bark
how big are they?
inspiration
Can
doesn't
she
help with
jump
attack rolls.
over them?
Yeah, they're
You
tiny.
know what?
They're
It does. It's a
tiny.
D6.
Exciting.
19?
It hits. Roll your dice 6.
Hey!
Roll your
Yes.
dice 6. There
Nice.
we
Oh my
go.
We just got re-inspired.
But not
yeah.
like that. All right, it has
Oh.
vulnerability, but that is not quite enough to put it all the way out. It's saturated, it's dripping, but it is still got a little bit of life left in it. What an
Okay. She wants to get
irritating
out of this
cold.
corner. Can she jump over them? Are they
Yeah,
tiny?
absolutely. Yeah, they are.
Okay, yeah.
They are. They're
She wants to get
super
out
tiny.
of this corner.
Hey,
Sheesh.
inspiration to all from CMeth 119. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank ya.
Huzzah.
Thank you.
You got the hypes. If you have the dragon hypes, I don't know what we need to call them.
We
The
need
DMC hypes. There we go. All right. Another animated coal. You're not even flammable, but it can punish you for your temerity. It flings itself at you, Sadie, for throwing a bucket of water on it. And you are dripping wet. Distance. You don't catch fire, but you take 1 point of fire damage as it singes
Okay.
you. Here, this coal bounces around, throws itself at Brick, completely missing the heavily armored, air quotes, gnome. Obrick, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action use my nimble escape to disengage,
Very popular.
and I'm
Okay.
gonna run. Counted it off 30 feet 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 out to here, or close to here.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. I wanted to grab as many buckets as I could before I ran out the door. How many could I carry? I'm not sure how big they are. I'm a little person.
They're bucket size. So 2 gallons each.
No, if they're empty.
I'll let you
So
bring
3?
2. Yeah.
Two?
Three.
All right.
What's your strength?
All right. So, well, they're empty, right?
Yeah, they're empty.
They won't be.
My strength is. I'm gonna carry them all back in. 10. It's just 10.
Oh, that's
Okay.
really good.
I'm just carrying an empty bucket. So what I'm gonna do
Yes,
is
yes. I'm thinking about the return
Once-
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, right. So I got all the way out there. That's all my movement. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and have it carry one of the buckets back in and put it down next to Bobby there, or try to hold it there for Bobby.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well,
Appreciate
bucket.
it.
This is where a real bean counter would look it up, but I believe a bucket is 1 pound. A gallon of water is 8. That's 9. Gallon of water. I'll say that's enough for an attack. So you do indeed get a bucket of water back to your ally inside
All
with your
right.
clever
All
plan. Yeah. Well done.
Okay,
All right. That everything for Obrick.
that's it.
Feels like it. All right. Duke
Yep.
Ickrind. No water. He instead takes the disengage action and backs away from the life-threatening coals. Ah, I don't want to die, not like this. Bobby, it is your turn.
Okay, Bobby's had enough of this shit. They I think are like holding on to the bucket. They're like, thank you, Ulbrich. I'm still on fire. Do I take damage at the beginning of my turn or end?
You do. Thank you for reminding me. Love it.
If I'm gonna give you such a hard time, I gotta
2
give
points.
me equally hard time.
Right, 2 points of fire damage.
Okay. It's like, ow, fuck, I hate this. And Bobby's gonna look at this little area around them and is going to cast Fairy Fire.
Ooh.
So they all have to make at least these 3. I don't think I can get everybody in a 20-foot cube because it looks like each of these squares is 10 by 10. But I think I
Correct.
can get the 3 that are closest to Oak and I in the same
Yep.
20 by 20. So
Oh,
they
yeah,
all have to
okay.
make dex saves or have a bunch of glitter that makes them easier to hit, everybody, even without bucket proficiency.
Wow. What is the DC on the deck saves?
That would be a DC 14.
Fail. Save. All
Well,
right.
at least
Nat
fuck
20.
you to one coal in particular.
This coal is very
Which
fired up.
one?
Right there.
Okay.
Right there. It managed to hit that one up there. All right. Anything else, Bobby?
No, Bobby's just like holding on to this bug. Is gonna hold it up and out. Like they're happy to douse themselves with it, or just hold it up in case Oak wants to grab it for his turn. It's open for if any ally comes close, they'll be ready to let go of the bucket. But they're just holding it
Okay.
up.
Reaction.
Sounds good.
release.
Sounds good. As you're like, what, cuffs to your pants are
And
singeing
wait,
and burning up like
actually-
a cartoon tree. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, is gonna look at Oak and be like, I'm real glad you joined us for this one. I'm honestly, I thought that the dragon would be hotter than the coals, but I'm glad you're here to help us out with this.
I'll try my best.
All right. And Chitters. What is Chitters doing?
Right. Chitters is gonna look for an empty bucket and try to throw it down to Obrick. 10, 15, 25, 30.
Does he have the movement to... Yeah, okay. And
Okay,
he's gonna
can
fling
you
a
see an
bucket
empty
out your-
bucket? Yeah.
Yeah, there's where he grabbed 1, 2, 2. Yep. There's the one that the bullywug dropped. Duke Ifrik.
Okay, perfect. That's what he's gonna do.
Okay, and then throw it out towards Ulrich. Alrighty.
Mhm.
Animated coal bounces right, throws itself at the Harangon. The Harangon's armor class is not enough! As you are singed, your fur begins to
Aye.
curl and blacken. 2 points of fire damage. And those little flammable bits on your clothing of Malil ignite and begin to smoke and curl. So very sorry. All right, that animated coal is gone. That one's at disadvantage. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I guess you're the one that gets to go. Throws itself at Bobby.
Hey, Bill's right. We got a
Oh,
history
Lord.
now.
Yikes. All right, hits you for another 2 as it flings itself towards you, and you feel the sting of the heat. Oak, it's your turn, Harangon.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I will take the bucket.
This is going bad. This is wow.
Yeah.
3
I'll take the
hours
bucket
later.
and I'll try and I'll douse the one that's covered in glitter.
All right. You have advantage to hit.
And
Avenge me.
Improvised attack. Yay. Yikes!
Damn.
Okay, you throw the water
Damn.
all
You-
over the floor.
You have inspiration.
You're right. I mean, I might as well just use it. Come on. Oh my lord!
Well, no, I meant the bardic. Also, you have that.
Oh, bardic inspiration. Okay, yeah, I'll use bardic inspiration. You're so right. I forgot about that. It's a D6, right?
Oh my god. Yeah, clawing towards up. Oh my.
So wait, that's
We're gonna die.
16 with my
So
proficiency
Ben,
bonus.
let's talk about you good at acting, Ben? You good at acting?
So good. So good.
You ain't good at the D&D, my friend. No, jeez, that sucks. That really sucks. All right. Okay, back here,
Yo,
bounce
this
around, just light and
Thank
fire.
you, Killer
Did you have a
Kitten.
bonus reaction or anything you wanted to do, Ben? Oh wow! Oh, what the?
Ooh, what's that?
We're getting help from Malil.
Oh my gosh.
Huh.
Oh.
Okay, I see you. I see you. You all have nat 20s now.
Ah.
The irony, okay. This is just the irony of this. As we all know, One Killer Kitten is my lovely, beautiful wife. We share a bank
And
account.
she likes us better.
She likes you better, but ultimately, I have just paid for you guys to beat me. So okay, that's how I'm looking at this. Enjoy your nat 20s. Lord knows I won't remember this. No, I'm kidding. Sadie, it is your turn. It is your turn.
Okay, is there any
love
water
you,
in this room, or do I need to go find some water?
Well, if you want a
water
bucket, you'll
anywhere
have to
near
go find it. That doesn't mean, yeah, there's water outside. There's water outside.
Okay.
The water that's been thrown
I
is
can-
soaked into the floorboards. Yeah.
Yeah, I could try to smother it though, right? That's the thing.
You certainly can. You certainly can.
Sopping wet.
You know,
Okay,
it's yeah.
She's gonna rip off her apron because it's wet, and she's gonna try to smack it with the apron. Jump on.
Thanks, Chuck. All right, smack it with the apron. Go ahead. Improvised attack.
Okay. And that's not good enough. I'm gonna use my 20.
God.
Hell yeah, nat 20 apron slap. That's what we're talking about.
All right. You're gonna net 20 the apron slap.
I'm gonna try to get this coal out. Yes. This is just
All right.
craziness.
All right. You. Hey.
My best
Oh,
apron.
God. Everyone play great.
Oh my
Hands watching.
gosh.
All right. You slap the coal with the apron, and yeah, that is more than enough then to beat the life out of the little spark. And down it goes.
And she just keeps hitting it. She's still hitting it.
Like Muppet Rage.
Oh
We
my
are
gosh.
pressed about
Eventually they're
this
gonna come
coal.
back. Sadie's got this little tiny piece of coal just pounding it into the wood, you know. Sadie, it's okay.
So,
All right.
That's how you do it in Bagpipe Bayou.
I got 2 new ones tonight.
All right. The oops, I'm on the wrong layer. All right. Coal throws itself towards the bullywug. Oh, sorry. Sorry, we're being too loud. Wow. Catches the bullywug and he lets out a croak. And you can see that much more attention from the sparks. And he will go down as he is covered in blisters and welts. Obrick,
Oh,
it is your
that's
turn
not great.
out there with your bucket by the water.
That's really not great.
Yep, I'm scooping up some water and I'm gonna run back in. Wrong screen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll dump it on this one right now.
All right, go ahead and make that improvised attack with the bucket of water.
Come here. Come here.
Yay!
That's a dexterity save.
Oh,
Subtract your
dirty
proficiency
save.
bonus.
yeah,
Oh, all right. I'll give it
Reroll
to you. Dice is dice. Dice is dice. He's right. Dice is dice. Go ahead and roll your dice 6 as the bucket of water splashes on the coal next to you, Bobby and Oak. Not a lot, but it is vulnerable, so it's almost enough. As it begins to just like die down and dwindle, steam rolling off of the little black flake. Anything else,
All right.
Rick?
Yep, bonus action, nimble escape, and I get one more space of movement, so I'll go start. Still got my bucket, and I'm start heading back to the water.
All right. The bullywug uses disengage again and goes hopping all the way across the room, trying to get away from these dangerous sparks. Bobby, that is 2 more points.
I thought it was.
No.
went
He
down.
croaked. He said much
Croaked.
more of that. He's going down. He
Oh,
croaked.
got it.
He's a frog. He's a bullywug.
Where am I?
I just,
Crazy.
Oh, okay.
He ran around
He
the
didn't
corner.
die.
He's
He
almost
just ran away. Okay.
so confused. Bobby, 2 points of fire. Oh, wait, I got to roll for that. Never mind. Got me all confused now. All right. Oh, ouch. Okay, this time the fire begins to grow and swell, and you take 4 additional points of fire damage. Are you going to ignore it and keep fighting, or are you going to deal with it?
I am going to ignore it because the thing is, when you're on fire, nobody else can set you on fire. Is Bobby's logic. So they're going to.
There's that.
Wow.
They are done with this
All
little
about
guy
perspective.
in the corner, covered in glitter. Their arch nemesis of this campaign. This fucker's going down. I would love to attempt to prestidigitate attack him again.
Okay, go right ahead.
And this time I have advantage because he's still very fire.
He's glittery. He's a glittery burning coal.
Okay,
Fuck.
so that is
Oh.
15 plus.
Oh.
I'm proficient. Plus 2, 17. I know these guys have like 5 hit points, but can we not? A 17 is a no? Great, it's not 20. Fuck this guy. He's going
Do it. Do it.
Funny.
Take him down.
All right.
Do that.
Nat,
out.
you're
We're gonna
using your
get
nat
so much
20?
XP out of this. We're gonna level up for sure.
All right, you throw
I
the
mean, to be
bucket
fair,
of
this
water
was
onto the
at least
coal.
an 18 armor class, banana pants.
Roll your dice 6
Look.
worth of water.
Could you imagine if this is what TPK does? Not the dragon, but these damn poles.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
Wow, you hit it, but you're like,
Okay,
yeah!
Wait. Do I have
I
regular
see Bobby like
inspiration?
holding
I
the
do?
bottom of the bucket and like flinging it like that, you know?
Can I use my regular inspiration to reroll this damage? It's not traditional, but I ask you anyway. I come on my knees, I make a request.
Tis the season of Yule. Yeah. I am
Thank you.
I'm not about to TPK you because of.
Oh, that was a
I don't want
crit.
that
You got
reputation.
extra D6 anyway.
Yes.
These guys are like CR 132.
This fucker dies.
What? I'm not sure of his. Holy shit! Okay, so, all right. Yes, Chuck, you're gonna have to explain to me what you mean, man. You've got me lost. All right, the water splashes out with a hiss and a sizzle. It dies. All right.
Wah!
Thank God. Anybody who's ever
Bobby
DM'd.
triumphantly as
Go ahead.
just that.
Anything
Bobby
else?
roars triumphantly at finally killing this fucking thing.
Excellent. Everybody who's ever run an encounter, who's ever DM'd, there will always be like occasionally those encounters where you're just like, why? Why? Oh, wait, look at this. There's a bucket of water sound. Isn't that fun? Chitters, what is the squirrel doing? Not catching on fire, obviously.
Yeah, no, he is gonna try to. You said when we walked in, there were like cloths and shirts and things hanging around, right?
No, just the shelves were covered with the debris of whatever had been in them. I had described the balloon outside as like when you've seen the example, like made on a mismatch.
Okay.
Oh, but there's also the laundry line outside.
Clothesline.
Outside that attaches.
Okay.
The clothesline has shirts and stuff in it. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, he wants to grab a shirt off that and then run back in and try to put Bobby out.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
start-
The clothesline. That's going to take him several turns because the clothesline is all the way on the other side, on the outside, and up.
Oh, mercy me.
towards
Never
the top.
mind. All right. Okay. I don't know. He'll
Grab a bucket.
grab a bucket.
Grab a bucket. All right.
He'll start trying to lug it back up.
All right. It's
But
going to
he's
take
just
him a
little
bit.
guy,
He's a little.
so,
Yeah, it'll take him a turn. Like next turn, he can bring in a full bucket of water. All right.
Okay.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You're the one that gets to know. Obrick! Nicole launches itself across the intervening space and throws itself at you. I mean, your friends are alight. You should join the party. A 26 is enough to set your boots
You know
on
what?
fire as you take
You know what?
2
No,
points
it's
of
not.
fire damage.
No, I refuse. Silvery barbs. I don't like it. I'm done now.
No.
I've been
Roll
DM
again.
Charlie. This has been Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Have a Merry Christmas.
Oh, the gloves are coming
Yeah.
off.
Look, this is us spending all of our resources on, some soot spray.
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what are you doing complaining?
As the voice
Well,
on
okay, I
high
still
says.
get to give advantage to somebody because I did still make a reroll. So we are gonna give who's fucking
They're
next?
12.
Yeah.
Right.
Oak, you get advantage for whatever your next roll is.
Dope.
Sorry, Obrick, I
All
tried.
right. 1 point of
I'll
damage,
go ahead.
Obrick,
What was-
and you are on fire.
Oh, 1 point. Okay.
All right, Oak. As your fur curls and blackens, you take an additional 2 points of fire damage. What is the Herringon doing?
Again, empty bucket going to smother the flame. Yep, just gonna plop it right on top. Hopefully, son of a bitch, nat 20. I'm using my nat 20. Fuck this thing.
Take out this coal.
Yeah, I take out
Right,
that
take
one
out
with
the
my
coal.
nat 20. Fuck these dice, I hate it.
All right. You throw yourself down with the bucket, the dripping bucket, onto the
Fuck!
coal.
Hey,
know
crit,
that-
you
know
get
though,
crit
it's-
damage though. It's a crit. You get to roll
It
extra.
is
crit.
actually 2.
I get to roll. Oh, okay, so it's 2d6.
It's actually 2. It's vulnerable, and that is enough to extinguish the life out of the poor little fella. Don't you feel horrible?
I
All right,
do.
bonus
I'm
action.
smothering it, and I'm like, I
He's
feel
on
oddly bad about this.
It's like the poor little Cole is like, I just want to live. All right. Well. Bonus action.
Bonus action, question the moral, how good this is to do. That's all.
There's one left.
All right.
There's one left.
Cole comes out of the
Whatever
back.
you're finding.
Sadie, it is your
Oh,
turn.
another one.
Yeah.
Sadie
He's
yells,
got like a 10 of
There's
those back
another
there.
one. There's another one. All right, she's gonna 5, 10, 15.
Would somebody
get
please
the
clip
bucket.
this? I want the picture of the entire party on fire. That's just so much fun.
Okay, she gets the bucket.
Watch us come back next
5,
session and everyone has
10.
created water prepared.
15.
I've
I
never
have
been
looked at
so
my
upset
spells
that I
10
took a
times.
spell off of my list today. I was like, I won't need this. We're in a swamp. I'm so
Right,
mad.
18 to douse the thing.
Wow, that is a hit as you throw that
Oh,
bucket of water. Go ahead and
yes.
roll your die 6. And that is 4 points of water, nearly dousing the coal. and it dwindles down to a tiny remnant of its former fiery glory. All right.
She
There's a little
glares
bit of
at
life
it.
left in it. It glares back.
Ooh.
All right. Bonus action, Sadie.
No.
Okay. What's your armor class, Sadie?
15.
15. Yeah, just because I want to see it. All right. It throws itself at you, the other call. Whoa!
Silvery barbs. Silvery barbs. I said it. It's what
Oh,
I'm
I can't.
saying.
I
Silvery
can't. Remember,
barbs.
she's wet. I said that she's not flammable. All right, silvery barbs. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. For more damage. All right, silvery barbs for the win. You keep throwing those my way, Dana. Okay, 3 points of fire damage as you are scorched by the coal. Obrick, it is your turn. Stop, drop, and roll, or deal with the coal, threatening Miss Stillwater.
Stop, drop, and roll, or deal with the coal. I like that. I am going to grab another bucket off the ground. I have one in my hand. I'll grab another one, and I'm going to run and jump in the little pond here.
Okay,
To put
you do
myself
still
out.
take 3 points of fire damage as you flee, because it's at the start of your turn, but that does
Okay.
immediately extinguish the fire.
All right, and I'll climb back out. And so that was 5. So come on, move. 5, 10, 20 to jump in there. 25.
Steam
30.
smoke.
Yep. And can I have my mage hand drag the bucket inside to say about here where somebody can grab it?
Yeah, that's not a problem. 10,
The mage
20,
hand
yep,
is hold the
that'll
bucket
work.
of water right there. And that's my turn.
All right. The bullywug, you hear him weeping in the corner. Bobby, it is your turn. And the fire rages along your clothing. Ooh, 4 points now as it begins to climb up along the seams up towards your knees. It is starting to get hot.
It's toasty. Yeah. What are we gonna do? There's a bucket here. I am not the most equipped with a bucket. I feel like we gotta go back to the prestidigitation situation. I will. Which guy's already been hit? Is this one?
That one, yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Prestidigitate that fuck. We're not about it. Okay. That's not gonna do it.
Unfortunately,
Who would like-
no. It's
Yeah, let's see. You know, Obrick, you have been effective unlike everybody else here. Bobby's gonna shout that to you across the room and give you a bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
And let's see, I'm not in range of any of these guys.
Okay.
I will. Doop, doop, doop. I'm gonna run and jump in the water. I'll be right back.
all
like to
right.
try and use
With
my
a loud
movement to-
splash, Bobby extinguishes the flames that have been destroying their sartorial self-expression. Okay, Chitters, it is your turn.
Okay. Chitters is gonna go for more water.
You're bringing a bucket of water back in, right?
Yeah, but he's just like really slow.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, Chitters has a full bucket of water that can be grabbed. There is the mage hand half bucket there.
There's 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's
And
2
Obrick
buckets
has one.
there that are right around there, and Obrick has 1. Okay, so we go to Oak. This will go. There we go to Oak as the fires continue eating at your clothing. Harangon, you take 3 additional points of fire damage.
Ouch.
That's
Um,
that's nasty. What do you want to do?
Yeah, no bueno. I'm a fire smothering machine in oak size. I'm gonna come over here and try and get this guy.
All right. I believe in
Next
you.
to Sadie.
I believe in you.
That makes one of
I
us.
believe that Benji has the dice roll. Roll it now and show us the way. There you go!
Hey! And I'm proficient, so it's
Hey.
21!
Did it.
All right. Roll that die 6 bucket of...
Yeah, fuck
and
this
with
guy.
a splash, you
Thank
extinguished the coal once and for all. All right. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, that's all.
All right. And eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Neither one can be set fire again. Eeny, meeny, miny. All right. It jumps forward and throws itself at you, Oak.
Okay.
However, you bounce out of the way, the 12 not hitting you. All right. Ms.
Nice.
Stillwater, can you finish it?
She will certainly try. She gets the water. She comes back. She takes careful aim. Where's the water? 16.
Says you have it.
Do I have an inspiration? Do I have anything
have
that I
an
can
inspiration?
add?
You still have
You
a
have
blue
It's like you have
inspiration.
on your screen.
Okay, I haven't. I'll use it. I don't care. I'll use it.
Can I give her my nat 20? Can I give her my nat 20?
It's not enough.
Please, Charlie, please.
Not transferable. Yeah, because I have a feeling that yeah, you can give it to her. I'll give it to you. They're transferable. I don't care. That's cool. It's more about having fun. All right. Now, if we wanted to play like a super tough campaign, I'd say no, but we're not. So yeah, that's completely okay. So nat 20.
Okay.
There we go. And roll the dice 6. Just enough as the
2.
water splashes out of the bucket, completely inundating the remains of the coal, and it is extinguished, bringing this conflict to a close.
My gravy.
Stop, drop, and
My
roll.
hero.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Bobby,
Sadie just flops down on the floor.
yeah. Bobby comes just like sloshing back in and is like, "It is a rough day that makes me want to jump into a swamp." And is gonna prestidigitate themselves over and over to try to get back to them.
Oh, mercy.
Gotcha. Just
Do we have any healing?
prestidigitating themselves, just crazy.
Goodness. Oh my
All
goodness.
What an adventure we just had. Hello, sir. What the fuck is going on here?
Oh man.
The Bullywug
this-
introduces
heal
himself
myself.
as, I'm Duke Ikrin. Thank you for helping me stop the fires. Now we can get the factory back working. He takes the brass brooch that looks like a fly with the wings of flutter, and he says, wear it when you present yourself to Gullop XIX. It will show that you are worthy of his trust. I thank you. And he gives you a bow. Gives you a bow.
Oh, thank you, sir. Hey, quick question for you. If one of our party happened to be a monarch of some kind, do you think that would be better or worse when presenting ourselves to Gullop?
He says, well,
Big fan.
who's the royalty? As he looks amongst the four of you. Oh wow, thank you, McClover. So awesome, McClover, with 5 gifted
This way.
subs. Hi.
That'd be me. I'll give a bow.
Oh, he bows in return, even lower, with his forehead and his bulbous eyes brushing the floorboards, like almost in half. And he says, Your Majesty, Duke Ikric, at your service. I am quite certain that Gullop XIX would be quite pleased to have the visit of another potentate.
Very well. Thank you for the information. And I'll dump the bucket of water on him.
Ulbrich, you should
Hey,
take this pin. It'll make it extra special. It's like the monarch, and you're a worthy monarch too. You can get all of us in.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. All right. You
Touch it.
Duke Gickrick, you mind if we just sit a spell?
Yeah.
He says, not at all, but the king, he might be able to provide you with a healthy repast and some aid and succor to nurture your burns and wounds. Would that I could.
Okay.
He points
Better.
around to the ruins of the...
Is he okay?
Far away. Yeah. Yeah.
He points through the western wall and he says, he's just in the gazebo on the other side of the bridge.
All right.
Okay, yeah. Let's go.
Okay, Sadie is gonna cast a healing word on herself though, quietly in the corner.
Surreptitiously.
Yeah, just in case we don't know what we're walking into.
Did you bring enough healing for
Yeah.
everyone, Sadie? Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh, level
Right.
4?
Good healing word.
Oh no.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. All right. She's
Going to
gonna-
head out of the factory and to the bridge, I assume.
Yes.
Seems that way. Didn't even really explore much, but I would like to get a healing repast as soon as it's practically feasible myself.
I don't know what it means, but it sounds delicious.
Yeah, that's just some nice fancy words there. That's promise.
Yeah. Sadie's gonna check the clothesline and see if there's an apron.
The clothesline is enveloped in the thick fog. It's hard to see. The fog comes rolling and going. And you see that most of what is hanging off of it is the best way to put it is like tawdry kind of court garments, like somebody might dress in court, but the clothes look wet, mildewy, just kind of down and out. So as you approach this oh, go ahead.
Is my windbreaker okay? I show Bobby my butt flap.
Here. Oh,
Yeah, it's got a little, but I can fix that right up. Bobby will, get out an actual needle, maybe just prestidigitate the yellow windbreaker bib that we've attached to put a butt flap.
Oh, you weren't here to hear what Egden called it, were you?
What's it called?
I forget.
Great.
Hey, Oak, what's with the diaper?
No way.
Windbreaker is funnier and can be attributed to Dan Kahn. So
Yes,
over
indeed.
here,
Yes,
we
indeed.
call
It's
it a
funny. It's funnier. It's a whimper.
Dan Khan.
Ready. Yeah, you approach the this flat wood plank bridge, which spans an arm of the lake, is lined on one side with rows of bullywug heads on wooden spikes. At the center of the bridge, a small figure sits with its feet dangling over
my
one
word.
side. The figure appears to be talking to itself in bemoaned tones. But then the severed bullywug heads nearby erupt in a cacophony of voices, some indignant, others sympathetic. A few more in a distant row yell, "What? I couldn't hear what they said!" This is the individual that you see sitting on the bridge. Handout popping up for all of you to enjoy.
Clapper.
You might have to look around your screen.
Clapper.
Yeah.
I
And Matt, can you put that
recognize
on the
that
screen?
guy.
Move it down so that you can open it up wider so the people out there in Chatland can see it. I think.
Clapper claw.
Bobby's reaching over and just like grabbing the hand of Sadie's, being like, "This guy, I saw him sort of got a for him."
I'll be doggone your vision. Look at it coming true.
That's
Oh, weird.
problem for you and your. For me, this is kind of weird. Normally, I have crazy dream, and it's just the crazy dream.
Alright, oh, Obrick's going. He's going
Yeah.
for it. Here we go. We're doing it.
Got my little pin on, and I am strolling up like I own the place.
All right. The little figure that you know is Clapperclaw, but you don't know is Clapperclaw, turns and stands and looks at you and says, "Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. Hello. Welcome. Are you lost?" As the gourd head kind of moves, you hear the rattle of change inside of it, like coins are loose inside the gourd. The little figure seems a bit depressed, saddened.
Oh.
Well, of course I'm not lost. I'm exactly where I expect to be. Heading in to see the king. That's all.
He nods and he says, "Oh, yes, quite. Gullipex IX is just right beyond me, over there in the gazebo." And he points right beyond into a large marble gazebo with a crowd of bullywugs reclining on pillows just beyond. Meanwhile, the heads of the bullywugs alongside the bridge are all croaking like, "Oh, who's he to act so imperious? I don't know, must be important. I don't care. You stabbed me in the back. Of course I did. I'd do it again." Just a voices the whole time.
You said he looks sad?
The little fellow with the big
Yeah,
claws and the
Claw.
gourd head.
Yeah.
Feels like,
Claw.
Yeah, he strikes you as sad. He does indeed.
Okay. I'll say, excuse me, could you scoot over? I need to get by, and I'll walk by.
You can easily walk past him. That's fine. That is absolutely fine.
Nice.
Oak will saddle on up next to the scarecrow and be like, "Excuse me, I sense you're a little upset. May I ask why? And if I can do anything to help?"
The little fellow, the face has no expression, the little scarecrow, but a claw gestures to the head, and it's like, "Oh, I suppose I should be happy that I have any sort of head. I lost my real head, a glorious thing. Quite striking, really, but this will do." Rattle, 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 and you can tell it's it's one of those plain milk's fine kind of lines. You know, much rather have chocolate, but if this is all you got, I'll take it.
What did your first head look like?
It was the most glorious stag skull, but it was stolen by that Egdon Longstaff, that brigand out there at the... What?
Well, do I have good news for you, sir?
Oh?
Sadie pulls the beautifully bedazzled, garlanded glitter bomb of a stag skull out. And she just grins and presents it. As she would.
Clap her
not
claw.
proud.
Both the claws go up into the air. Ah! My skull, my head. Oh, my head. And it's so decorated. Please, may I have it back? So decorated. And you hear the
Absolutely.
bullywug head's like, very, my goodness. Wow, that, goodness, somebody's taste is all in their mouth. So you hand it to him?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He yeah, plain milk's fine, exactly, Mitch. He throws the gourd head into the water where it lands with a splash, and he fixes that stag skull back on his body, and he gives a shake, and he's like, "Oh, that feels much better." And in fact, he's standing a little bit taller, and he's like, "Who are you? Whatever can I do to repay you?"
You know, actually, pretty soon we're probably gonna have to blow this popsicle stand, like probably kind of quick, honestly. And it would be great if we had a guide to help us get somewhere else. And I hear through the grapevine that you might in fact be an extremely talented guide.
He nods. He says, "Well, yes. I was in fact created by Granny Nightshade, and I know the way between hither and thither, and I can lead you there. We would just need a..." And one of the big claws comes up and taps the teeth of the stag skull, like somebody would be, and he looks around, "Why, over there?" And he points towards the balloon. "We could escape on one of those."
All
Now
right.
that sounds
Who
like
do
a
they
good
belong
time.
to? Who do you pay for them, or how do you get one?
He shrugs and he's like, "I know how to pilot it, but it would be up to you to obtain it. I mean, it really belongs to Bavlorna, and there's no way I'm gonna go in there." And he
Oh.
gestures across the lake to the cottage where it stands on those stilts. "I'm not going in there to ask her. Oh, no.
Well, no. We wouldn't ask you to do that. If you can pilot it, we can ask her. Do we need to talk to these fellas in here? They got any say over it?
He says, "Well, maybe the king, Gullop XIX, might be willing to..." No, he would have to ask her too, but he might be able to lead the way. I mean, you have the brooch, which says that he should trust you, because you obviously are friends to the Soggy Court, so you can ask.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
XIX.
We got some stuff we wanted to talk to him about anyway. Well, you don't
I
go
know,
far
that's
now.
why it's much funnier to say XIX, Stan. So, no, I certainly won't. I know it's the 19th. It's like instead of saying, MMXLISCIX, no, XIX.
XIX is funnier.
I know. Well, it's like Hercules. Somebody call IXII? IXII. Exactly.
That movie.
Okay. Yes, King Gullop the 19th.
I imagine
yes,
we're
I will
probably
happily
looking
pilot
at
your
like
balloon.
the
If you...
18th, 16th,
I will
15th,
happily,
14th
I will
there.
happily pilot.
Right.
I will happily pilot your balloon. I will happily pilot it. He says.
I have
and now
a
we
feeling
understand
that
why
pretty
he's so sad.
shortly. I have a feeling pretty shortly we will obtain ownership of this balloon in particular. In fact, one way or another. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. It don't
Clapper
hurt to
Claw.
ask.
Yeah, Clapperclaw nods and he says, "Well, in return of my for my skull, I will gladly pilot it, and I will wait for you over there and loiter about. But yeah, don't get in too much trouble." And he'd like
Watch out for the little
moves his
fire
head. I've got my head
things.
back. The what?
The little fire things. Fire things. Flicker fire.
Fireball.
For what?
The fire flicker. Flicker fire thing. I
He's
don't
like
know. Don't go.
he seems confused.
There
He
was
seems
some-
very confused.
There
by
was
that.
some animation in the factory. We took care of it, but it might come. They seem to be really persistent little fuckers.
They were something else. A worthy foe.
Yeah, very
He nods his
worthy.
head.
Very much a reasonable
Very
challenge
worthy.
for us.
Anybody else getting like some live sounds on the mic. Like something's on the mic.
Yeah.
He walks by, he looks at the disguised Sir Talavar, and then shakes his stag skull head, and then disappears around the edge of the balloon factory.
I turn to Sadie Stillwater and I say, I'm surprised that you, Sadie Sticky Fingers from Bag Snatching Bayou, asked who owned the balloon. I figured you'd just take it.
Well, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, because we did hear the rules about not taking stuff that wasn't yours here, and then I didn't like how they talked about the Herringon folk. They said, oh, they just take everything, like everything's theirs, and I just, let's just try to do it maybe the right way this time. I'm not saying I might not go along for the ride if things don't work out. But, I'm a witch, she's a witch. Maybe we can come to some kind of agreement. And goodness knows, Bobby's got a silver tongue. They can talk to anybody.
It's true.
Yeah, but we can also stay flexible, and if worse comes to worse, do some sort of theft or violence. But first is first, we can try to, negotiate.
All right.
I hope Obrick's okay.
I think we're all on the
talking to
same
king all
page.
by himself.
Yeah, hey, Oprah's
know.
going to this king.
He's just over there stamping his foot.
Oh, he's just waiting. Okay, all right. Yeah. I hope he doesn't decide to stay here instead of go with us.
You guys doing?
You're part of the court now.
Sorry, Obrick, sorry.
We're coming.
So I think it'd be probably best if someone goes in ahead and announces me, announces I'm about to enter, that kind of thing. You seen that on the movies?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
I
do
got you.
I'll roll out the red
yeah,
carpet while Bobby talks.
Bobby will march up here and absolutely. We can also use prestidigitation, extremely useful cantrip. Just alternately, it's just like walking up and sort of doing this number, and with each time, it's like a showering of musical notes. Oh, there's some colored sparks, all sorts of silly little whatever the fuck. And be like, now announcing the extremely honorable, remarkably effective in combat, and just generally all around charming good guy, the Witchlight monarch and approved bearer of the badge of the factory, King Ulbrich.
Thaumaturgy applause. Thaumaturgy applause. Thaumaturgy applause.
We'll walk in doing the Queen Wave.
Wow. All right, please to give me a performance off of that. That was
Guidance.
quite impressive.
Thank you for your guidance.
Yeah.
That's a 23.
Wow. Alrighty. As you approach, a grand marble gazebo stands atop a mound of soggy earth, its white stones streaked with green algae. The support pillars have sunk into the muck unevenly, so the domed canopy now sits askew. Short steps ring the gazebo, leading to a raised floor where bullywugs dressed in shabby clothing lounge on pillows. Among them, a harpist sends forth delicate notes that mingle with the murmured croaking of the gathered nobles. On a dais, a flabby bullywug, wearing a crown of woven lily flowers, sits on an ornate throne with his legs folded under him. You see that as you approach and announce Obrick, he closes a large leather-bound book that was across his lap, and he looks up in surprise and then attention and then a look of pleasure on his face. You see the sleepy bullywug guard standing next to him snap to attention and bring their weapons in at their sides. Not at the ready, but at their sides. Gullop the 19th stands up and he gives you a courtly bow and he says, "Welcome to you, King Obrook, Lord of the Monarch Carnival, of the Witchlight Carnival, to the Soggy Court. I am Gullop the 19th, and it is my pleasure to make you welcome to my court." And there are polite croakings from the nobles gathered around that seem like whispering. "What brings you here to the Soggy Court? A visit of state?" And you see him looking and kind of bullywug smiling and nodding at the assembled nobles.
Greetings and salutations, King Gullop XIX. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Hey, how am I doing?
You're
How am I
doing great.
How am I
He
doing?
nods.
job.
"I am pleased to
Doing
see
great.
that you got my title correct. Some people insist on calling me the 19th. Don't understand."
19. Who would do such a thing? Yes, we will gladly accept your hospitality. Thank you.
Okay, he nods. He says, "Please come, be welcome. Come, be welcome." And he welcomes you in and offers you all cushions, etc. Let's see. You notice alongside the king, those who call him the 19th. Exactly. Yeah, there are about 8 bullywugs sitting around that look like nobles. The king is accompanied by a small baby crocodile that is dressed in, if you see him on the handout right there, who answers to the name Snoodle. Yes.
Snoodle. Oh,
Writing this down. This is a vital note for later.
same.
Noodle. The baby.
I want him.
Oh, Sadie wants him too. She played.
We just had a
Gators
conversation
at the
about not
swamp.
stealing everybody.
We're stealing. We're stealing the crocodile. We're stealing the balloon.
I just want to pet him. Just want to pet him. You rub their belly, they fall asleep.
All right. Gullop engages in polite conversation with you and, asks the perquisite questions like, "How is your rule going?" etc., etc. And then he really wants to get into the purposes of your visit. Why are you here?
Okay.
Like, what brings you here? And you notice the whole time he's holding on to this big book, almost nervously.
Many very important things bring us to you. First and foremost, have you seen this woman? Gestures to Sadie.
Oh, yeah, okay. So Sadie will make a show of pulling out all her books. And she's got, like, I think 5 now. And she's going to stack them up. And then, oh, here it is. And she'll pretend to pull the picture out. And she's trying to read the room to feel like, how should she present this?
Okay.
Like, should she say it's somebody they knew, or she doesn't know what the alliances are here.
Yeah, right. You can make an
Roll for
insight to
politics.
see how. Yeah, roll
Make
go,
it-
roll for your gut check.
Okay. 18, that's
Nice.
not bad.
The sense Sadie gets is that the bullywugs are mostly neutral towards outsiders, and most of their strife is probably internal.
Okay. So she'll approach and she'll say, I heard a rumor that this here beautiful lady and a knight came through here, and I imagine such fine folk would have certainly come through your court. And she'll kind of like, not a full genuflection, but she'll kind of like do a Sadie curtsy and show him the picture.
Okay. Yep. Gullup the 19th. He adjusts himself. That tongue comes out and licks both of his eyes as he leans in and looks at the picture. And he considers for a moment, and then he leans back and he says, "No, unfortunately, it may have been in the time of my predecessor. I do not recognize her."
May I make an insight check
Sure.
on not on the king, on the court, to see if any of them recognize him?
Okay, go right ahead.
Because I believe him for whatever reason.
Okay,
I
and
would
I
cast
feel like we
guidance
can
on
maybe
myself.
just ask on the way out because the predecessor's probably out there on a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a spike.
19.
No, they all just seem pretty indolent, indifferent, laying back in their splendorous clothes and their moldering powdered wigs kind of things. They don't really seem to be at all like anyone's like, oh, remember? They're all just kind of disinterested,
Mhm.
stuffing their
Mhm.
faces with flies and drinking wine.
Cool.
All right,
All right.
And she'll withdraw with that and thank them.
A servant comes around with a tray, speaking of wine, with goblets for every single one of you and hands them out to you. And as they do, King Obrick, let's see, when you go to take a sip of your wine, you notice there's a rolled piece of paper in your mouth.
Ugh.
Oh, okay. I will pick up a napkin and go to wipe my mouth and spit it out into my hand.
Okay, you see that it is a small rolled scrap of paper that looks to have some handwriting scrawled on it.
Okay, so I guess I'm sitting right in front of the king. I don't want to just pull it out and start reading it, so I'll kind of just put the napkin and the piece of paper in my pocket.
Give me a sleight of hand, please.
That.
Guidance.
Just cracking out the magic in the court. Got it. All right. All right. Yeah. Gullup the 19th does not seem to notice when you surreptitiously pocket that piece of paper. He seems preoccupied, and then he says, "Your Majesty, Obrick, one thinks that if you wanted to say address the potentate, the true power of the land, I'm thinking you're wanting to speak to Bavlorna." One big eye opens, the other one kind of gives you a raised eyebrow kind of look.
Oh, I thought you were the true power in this land, sir.
Well, in regards to the bullywugs in the soggy court, yes, but after all, and he gestures at the towering cottage in the center of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
He does not seem to have any illusions about that.
Got it. Yes, I believe that would be appropriate for someone of my stature.
He nods, and he says, "Well, it just so happens that," and he pats the book that's in his lap, and he says, I was able to retrieve this from those who had taken it from Bavlorna, Blightstraw, and well, if you were to return it to her, it might be a very suitable gift to her. And I could extend to you the coverage of the protection, membership in the Soggy Court. And she would know that you come in peace as an ally. Um, and in so doing, we could cement relations between my court and yours. Giving you a look.
What a gracious gift I offer, and I do accept, and we will happily return this to La Valorna.
He nods happily.
Was it hers?
Yes. Looking down at the cover of it, now that he's got it in his lap, you see that it says Big Book of Bad Blood across the cover. And he's like, oh, and he seems visibly relieved. And he says, well, you must clearly be dressed the part as members of the court. And he gestures off to the east, where you see a large tree. And it looks like there are buildings built into it at the base of it. And he says, please, as you will, once you're done resting, head over to the palace and find clothing suitable that you might present yourself as members of the court for your audience with Bablorna. She does not come out very often, you see.
What does she do? If you don't, we're not from here.
He looks at you and says, she does as she wishes. She rules all of hither.
Oh, okay. I guess I just thought maybe she made potions or something. I don't know. What does she like? Like, what other than the book? What might be a nice thing to bring her?
Believe it or not, Bavlorna's hobby is taxidermy, and all of the bullywugs around nod and indeed, she likes to stuff creatures and mount them in various ways. It is her magic that allows that. And he points over to the cacophonous heads of the deposed potentates on the pikes that are all going at each other over in the water. So
fine work indeed.
Okay.
We didn't say anything.
All right. So, has he handed the book over yet? Because Sadie sure would like to get her hands on it.
Obrick will gesture just for Sadie to go take the book.
Okay. Yeah, he hands it over to Sadie, and he stresses that when you hand it over that you should let her know that he recovered it. He didn't steal it, that he recovered it for her because he knew that it was important to her. So he wants you to deliver it, but he wants credit for rescuing it.
All right. Sadie nods gravely. Takes the book.
Okay.
Is there like a bug that was like going around wine who's clear less than these nobles?
You cut out, Dana.
Oh, am I back?
Yeah, no, I can hear you. You cut out while you were speaking. Is there a noble that what?
Like a servant who would bring the wine and stuff.
Yes. Kind of moving around the verges.
Yeah, I think Bobby at some point, they love a little drama, but this is a little too upper crust for them. We'll sort of at some point during this conversation try to sidle back and just be like, hey, kind of start talking shop with this servant and try to ask, just work in a couple questions. They've heard anybody named Sean May, heard of anybody named Harley, heard of any sort of theater going on. Just basically kind of run our gamut of other stuff. You seen a fluffy tail floating around that doesn't belong, trying to just see if we have any other leads that the servants might know.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, give me a persuasion. You know, the general sense you get is that these folk are kind of insular.
Insula.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, shakes their head.
Question check.
Acts just kind of nope, has no idea what you're talking about. Just kind of wants to go back to work. Yeah, like shrugs. You can tell that they're a little bit nervous that you're talking to them as they're looking around too. Their eyes are kind of wide. Keep looking over your shoulders. That kind of thing.
Okay, I don't want to get you in trouble. Bobby will go back to their friends.
Yeah, obvious sigh of relief. And nods.
Yeah.
Gullup sits back on his cushions and seems more than happy to let you just kind of relax for a bit. But then you can tell his eyes keep looking towards the palace.
Yeah.
Looks
I'll
looks to the
just
palace.
like to. I'll ask. Bavlarna seems very very powerful. I'd be curious how did this come about to get stolen and from her? And do you know by who?
Hmm?
He seems like he wants to keep that close to his chest. How he came across, he's like, I just saw it and I recognized that it was important. Indeed, I am hoping, as he leans in close to you, Obrick, and kind of conspiratorially, one monarch to another, I was kind of hoping that it would lend me some political help. You see, and he looks around at all of the nobles and the guards, and he leans in even closer to you, Obrick, and he says, I'm thinking my people are becoming uneasy with me, and they're beginning to doubt my ability to manage a crisis. See, a prisoner escaped not too long ago. Stole one of the balloons, the royal balloons, and, well, his accomplice is locked up in the holding cells. And, they are looking at me in askance. A little dragon fellow, fairy dragon. His name was Talavar, an important prisoner to Bavlorna. So I'm hoping that returning this might in some way alleviate some of the... He looks around again. Pressure I am under. That is why I am asking you, a fellow monarch. You surely understand what it means when your people become... well, when they become that way. You get the sense that he's
Absolutely.
rebellious. Yeah.
Oh, totally understandable. You know, my one of my colleagues here is very skilled at tracking and finding people, if you know what I mean. Perhaps if we were able to ask this prisoner a couple of questions, maybe we could track down this scoundrel. What did you say his name was? Talavar?
He nods. Indeed. I would assume that he has fled far and away from hither by this time. It's been several days, but, yes. Return the book, and, I will see that you are brought to Morgort and allowed to question her.
Very well.
Sweet.
Right. Look at some duds.
Well,
Yeah.
that sounds like a great plan. Your Majesties would expect nothing less from folks of your caliber. So if we can relax here with you, and maybe then we can sort of head on our way, if that's acceptable.
He nods. He nods. Says, absolutely, but I would prefer that you return the book as soon as possible. He seems kind of antsy about it. Like, the longer it's in here, the greater the danger.
So were you saying like a short rest or like a long rest? You know.
Short rest, probably. Yeah, like an hour.
Short rest. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. We can do it while we're changing clothes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sadie wants to read this book.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
With that, sir, we will take our leave.
He stands up and he bows. As he stands up, the rest of the court stands up, and everyone bows, and they begin clapping and applauding, and welcome, huzzah, Lord of the Witchlight Carnival, etc., paying you with lots of obeisances and attention, and really kind of checking out your party.
What are you talking about?
As you guys go to leave and walk away from the court, heading east, what's your marching order?
I think how we came in. I think Obrick first.
Of course. Obrick.
I think Sadie was last.
Sadie's last. What's the marching order in between?
I'll go.
I'll stay back with Sadie.
Great.
Okay.
Talavar in the middle.
Be a step ahead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, where are we
Talavar in the
supposed to
middle.
be? Yeah.
Sure. I'm just curious. Okay. Yeah. As you guys are walking along, the knights and the nobles and whatnot are bowing and nodding and sir, ma'am, sir, you folks, welcome, doing all of the courtesies necessary from one potentate leaving a court to another. And as you pass by, one of the guards looks at Talavar and squints. His eyes narrow, and then his head tilts, and he points, and his mouth opens, and he says, we'll find out next week when we return to Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
No!
I'm so glad I healed.
Oh, this is fun. Wait, yeah. So wait, was that we didn't do we're doing our short rest later, so
We're
we're
doing
all
a rest
still very
after we
fucked.
kill these
Cool.
guys. Yeah.
Cool. Love it. All right.
He talked us out of it. He talked us out of the short rest, and then. By the way,
Uh-huh.
No.
I cannot believe
We
Dan
will
called me X on IXIX. I mean, come on. Of course.
That was
Jesus.
wild.
Oh man, it's just evidence that apparently I'm Charlie's losing it. Oh boy. Alrighty. So hey, everybody out there in chat, last moments to go ahead and hit ! Enter as we go around and do the announcements, etc., for your chance to win the Wild Beyond the Witchlight Hither bundle by Frictionless Dan himself, our very own Dan Kahn. Yeah. That's how we do this, right? And then I'll close it, and then we'll draw, and then we'll get a winner, and then we'll get your stuff. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, first off, I would like to say thank you, of course, to Frictionless Dan Kahn, the co-producer of this series. Thank you very much. A big thanks and shout out to Matthew Medical, our amazing engineer,
Woo-hoo!
and to DM War Eeyore, our Sir Talavar, who does a lot of stuff in the background, runs chat and everything out with his throat. A big thank you to you, McClover, for your amazing patronage, and to everybody who cheered, gave bits, did anything that helped us in chat, it's you folks are the reason why we do this. We appreciate you very, very much. All right. Tell us who you are in the real world and where we can find you. Dana.
Yeah. Hi, folks. My name is Dana Floberg. I, in addition to playing D&D with these folks, I write and design games. You can check out a lot of the stuff that I've written over on my website, danafloberg.card.co. And in particular, it is award season, and I did have my first debut story published this year. So if you are nominating things, you can go and read it. Website's probably the easiest way to get there, but I have a novelette called The Mask Maker that is eligible for stuff, which is wild and scary.
Wow.
Okay.
Congrats. I would love to read that, actually.
Ditto.
So,
The nice
thank you,
thing
Dana.
is, it's Pay What You Want magazine, so you can actually also download it for free if you're like, it's a hard time of the year to spend money. That is A-okay.
I'm not going to say it. Okay. Yes, it is a hard time of the year to spend money. Looking at his wife. Mitch, how are you, my friend?
I am great. Mitch Callahan. You can find me on DM Charlie Gaming channel. I hang out there sometimes because it's fun and awesome and people are great. But pretty much we've just had the last week or so sucked up by a game called Gloomhaven that we got a really good deal on, and we've been playing it pretty much nonstop ever since. So there's that.
Many debates. We've had many debates over Gloomhaven.
Lots of YouTube videos. Yes.
That looks like a fun one. Yeah. So thank you, Mitch. And so, yeah, Dana, you're absolutely right. I was just saying that in reference to the fact that she nat 20'd all of you. We're going to have a talk about that tonight. Of course, I will be proven wrong. So I'll just shut my mouth now. Laura, hi. Where can we find you in the real world?
I am at Caliphate on Instagram, and I'm Mitch's wife, so I've been hanging out with him. We usually have a lot of stuff going on and planned, but it's just the holidays, so we're just doing family stuff right now. This past year, I met my birth family in July, so my family has grown exponentially. It's going to be a really interesting holiday. Just trying to navigate all the dynamics of a very
cool.
much more political family than I had before.
Thank you, Laura. Ben.
Who, me? Hi.
You.
I'm Ben Salazar, actor, voice actor, etc. I do things sometimes, like perform. You can find me on my website, bensalazarvo.com. I don't know. I don't really got much going on either, but we're working on it.
Hey.
Excellent. Thank you. Hold on here. Did the giveaway I turned it on. Did it shut down and saying start giveaway? Let's see. See if I can close this out. I'm wondering if it uh-oh.
Did it pick somebody?
No, I started it and it did anyone actually enter? It's not showing me. Did anyone enter?
I saw at least one entry.
I saw at least a couple.
Yeah,
of
but it's not. It's not.
Bad Raider fan.
Let's see. Yeah. Let me refresh this. Hold on.
Put them on a
Technical
wheel.
difficulties. All right, we're just gonna. Okay, there it is. I had to refresh.
Okay, great.
Wow. Okay. Well, we are closing the entries.
You can no longer
We're going
enter
to
the
pick a
raffle.
winner. And hun, I love you, but you can't win, wife. CMeth 119. All right. Congratulations. Thank you very much. I will be reaching out to you via Twitter, to Twitch, to get a hold of you and send you your adventure bundle. Congratulations. Very cool.
Congrats.
All right. Yeah, I appreciate it. I get it. All right. And let's see. Who am I? What do we do? Well, news. I am DM Charlie. I am the face of a collective of gamers built around a cadre of professional DMs, etc. All the things I say every week. Here's what is really important. You want to come and join us because starting on the 12th, the 12 days of Yuletide. That's right. Every day, pop on in, give a reaction, and get a gift. Now, they might not be the most amazing. Well, I'm not even going to apologize. Get a Yuletide themed gift from us, the collective great minds at DM Charlie Gaming. Everybody's put
That's
a little bit in.
fun.
It should be a lot of fun. Also, coming on the 14th, DM Charlie Gaming, 3 years old. That is right. It will be our 3rd anniversary next Thursday. Tell your friends, tell anyone that you like. I have some stuff planned for a good giveaway and whatnot. And then, tying in with our 3-year anniversary and it being Yuletide, Christmas week, there might just be a series of Yuletide adventures run by me for you on the house. Stay tuned. And on the 21st, 2 weeks from now, and then 2 weeks from now, stay tuned. Yeah, The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, a very, very special Yuletide episode. Will we have a cameo by a certain, St. Kringle Claus? We just might.
Who knows?
Maybe not. Depends on whether or not they're naughty. Yeah, I'm looking at you, players. I'm looking at you.
Can't
I
imagine.
didn't
All right.
steal a balloon.
Or a crocodile.
Balloon.
We were
Yeah,
very
or
good,
the croc-
actually.
You were very, very
Really
good.
good.
Very, very good. All right. But I'm thinking about Dan. XIX. That's going to burn. That's going to burn. All right, everyone. From me to all of you, as we like to say, from me, discover your legend, love your game, and we say around these parts, in the adventure of life, say yes to the quest. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye. Bye.